as far as children go, when little girls are getting extensions, I apologize if I don't know the difference, but when little girls are getting extensions or hair added onto their hair and they're, 8 years old, Miss A, were you laughing at me?
No, I'm just, this topic is like touchy. Okay, come on.
Yeah, and I know it is. I hope people at home are not offended. Once again, it's just a challenge thought and what we do. But when little girls, are 8, 10 years old, whatever, and they're getting, extensions or hair added onto them, what do you think that's doing to them, to their psyche? What are we teaching them whenever we're adding this hair and we're doing this to their hair and they're going out and you're saying, well, you look prettier this way, or, we got to go get your hair done. And as you're sitting there braiding their hair and putting the extension to the hair, the little girl sitting down, what do you think she's thinking? And what are we doing to these young girls, I guess, psychologically?
I really think it's another part of that grooming process. You're letting them know, okay, you're getting all this attention because you didn't added this. So you are only more beautiful when you have to add something to yourself. Because as soon as they take their hair out, mommy, when am I going to get it done again? I'm prettier this way, or I want I want my hair to shake like theirs. It's instead of just having a certain hairstyle for a little kid with her own hair, saying, you look beautiful today. Let's do your hair this way or that way, just the way it is, and instilling that confidence in them that way.
So now, if a little girl's at school, she gets her hair done, and a piece of that hair detaches from her head, excuse me, and it's on the floor, whatever, in the classroom, the playground. Of course, kids, they're ruthless, right? They're ruthless. They don't care, right? They go all in.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think is happening to this little girl whenever she sees a piece of her hair on the ground, and the other students who may not go through these things at their own home are looking at that like, wait a minute, what is going on here? Is that something that mothers and fathers as well think about as their daughters are getting their hair done?
Not now, because it's so acceptable. So it's really a joke now where, they'll take it off. Like, look, I just got this. Yeah. It's not where back in the day, if it fell out because you were trying to hide. No, because everybody already knows that it's not yours. So it's not a big deal anymore that it didn't stay attached.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So now I wonder, though, is that a good thing that we have made it normal? Is that always a good thing to make something normal?
No, not at all. Because it's, at the end of the day, you still have yourself. If they stop making these fibers, what are you going to do? What are you going to do if they say, China say, I'm not ever making no wig, we're not making braid hair anymore? What would we do? What you going to do?
So unintentionally, are we training little girls to believe that what grows out of their own head is not good enough? I say unintentionally now. I don't think a mother or a father would ever directly say, hey, you're not good enough. But unintentionally, are we training them that what grows out of your natural body is not good enough?
Mm-hmm. I would say yes. I'll give you an example. When I was a kid, I always had a perm from the time I was 5 to maybe 15. Mm-hmm. And whenever your roots start coming back, they start napping up. Mm-hmm. Oh, you need a perm. I said, why do I need it? Well, because your hair is reverting. Is that a bad thing? Yes, girl, we need to get a perm right now. Like it was an emergency. And even the kids around you would say stuff like that. Oh, you need a perm. Oh, that's nasty. Nope. You got 2 different textures. Nope, perm it up. Okay.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, so that's how I felt for the longest time until I cut my hair off completely when I was 15, about that short. And that's when I started changing my whole way of looking at natural hair in general. Like, wow, there's nothing wrong with this. It's just a different texture. That's all. Just got to learn how to take care of it.
You're freezing up a little bit here, Miss Fadena. I see your screen's kind of freezing up here, but we hear you though. We hear you clearly. Okay. So now, what's wrong with the Nia Long look? If you guys remember Nia Long back when she was on the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, she had that really short look.
Love that look.
I love it.
I love
Was that you, Trail?
Nice.
I love
Was that you, Charlie? Yeah. Esteban, what are your thoughts on that? On the Nia Long look?
Me personally, man, I like the long look. I like long hair. Not that there's anything wrong with short hair, but if I
Esteban.
I gotta be real here, man.
It's okay.
I'm more of the if y'all remember Mel B from the Spice Girls.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Scary Spice was my look, man. That was my girl right there.
So she had like really curly, poofy hair, though, right?
Yeah, kind of like a fro-ish kind of. Yeah.
Right. Okay, so now the reason I asked that question is because I look at, I think Megan Good kind of had, she was rocking with the short hair for quite a while on a few of her movies, and I always ask myself, what's wrong with the short look? Because I'll ask women at times, hey, what's wrong with cutting your hair short? Even, I've even seen certain models who will have their hair short. I mean, it's short like me, my hair's short. And I wonder at times where a lot of women, they're like, they don't even want to go near that. Now, my question is this. Does it take real confidence to rock a bald head or a low cut as a woman? Does that take confidence?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, because women have not been perceived as being short hair. They usually have a hairdo, and most men like long hair. Most men, well, once you have a husband, it's like, oh, don't cut your hair. Being a stylist, I've been with my husband 26 years, and I will walk in one day with purple. One day I'll walk in with half of it cut off. Mm-hmm. It took a minute for him to understand that, but I was like, that's just me, and that's just expression. It's like you go get a Clark, you go from a Clark to a high top fade, to a low top fade, to a taper fade. I mean, it's the same thing. We always, you want to change it up, but
yeah, but see, I love your example, but isn't it slightly different where a man is kind of still working within what he has? So here's the question to you two ladies: if your husband, if he goes bald, and you say, no, I like hair, would you really want him to wear a toupee or a wig or whatever? They got all kinds of things out there now for dudes. I'm starting to see. Would you like that?
No, we're not even doing the spray. We're not blasting.
You're not doing the spray.
Any of that. I'm going
to. A lot of dudes right now are going to be watching. A lot of dudes are watching this right now. They're going to be mad at you.
I don't want to wake up to
talk about my spray.
I don't want to wake up to die on your pillow. I don't want to do that. I don't want you to, we go to this party, you get the sweat and you got this stuff running down. No, we're not doing that.
No, we're not doing that.
Let it go. And with you saying that, my husband used to grow hair. He would need a haircut every 3 to 4 days. Started some medication, high blood pressure medicine, start thinning. His barber still trying to work, do all these different things to kind of camouflage the situation. And then it got to me when he started spraying, and I was like, look at here, no, go ahead and cut it off. It's okay.
Give it up.
And now my husband gets so many compliments like, man, your hair look nice. You right. And I was like, see, I told you. But yeah, we're not doing no toupees. We're not doing any of that. Nah. It's okay. Just let it go.
Leaving the glue on?
Even what? Oh, yeah, let it go.
Even getting it glued on, it looks.
No, we're not doing. We're not doing that because I've seen the outcome of that. You perspire a little bit more than you think you would, and
we're gonna start flipping up, huh?
yeah. So let that go. Just be you. I mean, I think that's where this conversation is coming from, because nobody wants to face reality. It is what it is. Even it's a lot of women that have, and I think more women has went to shorter cuts because it's a lot of women with a lot of hair issues. So for its alopecia, it's not that they've done so many damaging things to their hair. It's just something internally going on with them that makes their hair fall out. So you have to find some way to make that happen. Just like cancer patients. You see cancer patients, some of them look worn out, but then you see some of them like, I'm wearing this bald head, I got my makeup, my earrings, and I'm rocking it.
So now what's wrong with women just making the best from what they have? So you talked about healthy hair earlier, and it seems like a lot of women are, I hope I don't get in trouble with women after they watch this, but it seems like a lot of women are, instead of just saying, you know what, this is what comes out of my head, and I'm just going to make it healthy, and I'm going to work with it, as opposed to doing that, it seems like they're just looking for outside help to add on to make themselves, I guess, appear more beautiful. Where to me personally, if you grow long hair naturally, just because that's a part of, who you are and, your DNA, great. But if you don't, and your hair just happens to be short, I don't necessarily want you trying to look like another woman when that's not what comes out of your body. I just rather you rock what comes out of you. Just make it yours, right? Just own it in your own way, as opposed to, well, let me do this. So then that's why I asked that question earlier. I said, hey, if your guy's bald, would you really want him to buy a whole that set and be something that he's not? Or would you say, hey, look, man, you're going bald, give it up?
Yeah. It goes back to that confidence thing. You got to learn how to be confident with what you have.
Oh, so now to the fellas, real quick. I'm sorry, Miss Ava, I didn't want to cut you.
You guys, now I see you guys got hair. Little Mr. Polo, I don't see he got a little hair. He got hair there.
Yeah, Trump got hair.
Let me ask you guys. Would you be, if you lost your hair, would you be comfortable going to get a two-pack, the little glue on? You'll do that.
Yeah. Yes, I do.
Why?
You'll do it? Oh, no, not me. No.
With going walking around and knowing you got on a wig.
I'm thinking about getting.
I can't do it. Trey, you on your own on that one, man.
I'm gonna get a fake beard, girl. So
you're gonna get the fake beard. You know what's funny? I saw this that they're doing that now for people. I don't know what they call them, weave beards.
It actually is a thing.
Yeah, I don't know.
We are creators. We are creators in this business. We make things happen.
Yeah.
But a man that I don't want you even dabbing in that. No.
So I think a challenge for a lot of guys I see is when they're starting to lose their hair, or they go through the male pattern baldness. You'll see a lot of guys who will keep I don't know what to call that, where it's growing on the sides, but but they're losing it in the front.
How would you feel about the surgery, like Floyd Money Mayweather? What he?
Oh yeah, the surgery. I didn't know that.
Yeah, he got surgery for his face, and he got surgery for his head, and so now full beard, hair all grown out.
If he didn't have any money, he wouldn't even do it. If
money helps.
He wouldn't do it. So that what I'm saying, that's a lifestyle at that point. That's like no person that's struggling and work every day is going to go spend that kind of money just for a look. No, that's because he has the money.
So do you guys believe that the way a woman wears her hair and the color that she puts in her hair will affect certain job opportunities and even the type of man that approaches her?
Yes.
So in short, is there a hood look when it comes to the way women do their hair, certain colors that they may put in there that might attract a certain type of guy and might keep you away from a certain type of job?
I don't know, man. When I start seeing neon greens and highlighter colors coming out, I kind of tend to think that's a little bit of the hood look.
Mm-hmm. So do you think it might be challenging for women who have certain colors in their hair to get certain jobs? Do people kind of compare that to being a responsible individual? So likewise with the guy who walks in and let's just say, he's I don't know, he's sagging or whatever, right? Poor example, but let's just say he's sagging and he's going in for a particular type of job. Are they going to view that as, this guy might not be the most responsible. He might be good at his job, but that's just not a good look because, the way you dress and what you do, it's speaking for you. Would you guys agree with that?
I mean, I would say so. I mean, if you got a guy who has his hair colored this, I mean, that don't really look too professional. You know what I'm saying? I don't think you want to follow some banking advice from this guy. You know what I'm saying?
Right. But I think he'd have no problem working at a place like, Hot Topic.
No problem.
I think it'd be right. So right. So I just wonder at times when women are doing their hair, if they take into consideration that the way I do my hair, the color I put in my hair, and I guess the types of color I put in my hair might attract a certain type of attention, and it might be because there are jobs out there where they actually tell you there's certain types of things you can and cannot do to your hair. Now, are they being unfair or
look?
Right. Are they being unfair, or are they asking for professionalism, or are they being, kind of, I guess, biased in a certain way? Or, what are your thoughts on that?
I think in a way it can be biased, because I know within the last year or so they came out with the Crown Act because a lot of jobs were discriminating against dreads and natural hairstyles, and they were deeming it unprofessional. And a lot of Black people, especially the Black women, were like, I can make it professional. It's not, that's not the point. It's the fact that that's how my hair naturally grows out of my head. And the way they were saying it was very disrespectful. So I think it depends on how you wear it. But yeah, a lot of places were discriminating against that.
So is it much like a guy having a beard where it's like,
yeah,
we don't mind you have a beard, but you need to keep it neat? Or is it more or less, we don't want beards, period? Were they saying that they didn't want the dreadlocks, period? Or was it more of the way it's being kept?
They were saying no dreads, no cornrows, all of that.
Oh. Yeah. So, my last question on hair and whatnot, I was just wondering, at the end of the day, this kind of boils down to beauty. And I was wondering, in your opinion, who sets the beauty standard? Who is that set by?
I think it's set by not only the media. I feel like celebrities set it, and also us men too, in a sense. Because if all men were just like, you know what, we don't like them hairstyles anymore, we're done with them, and I feel like a lot of women would probably change a lot of things. I don't know. That's just my opinion.
You think they care what we think?
Because most women are doing it to attract a man. So if you guys if it's more guys saying, no, I ain't rocking with that, I ain't dealing with you, I don't care how much I like you, this is what you're doing. I mean, I don't think that should be just a big deal breaker, but more men has accepted it, so it's okay. So I think you guys kind of, we look to you guys for leadership, to follow you guys. And if you guys allowing us to do whatever we want to do, we do it. They're doing it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's giving a green light. Because at the end of the day, if a man say no, just like with my husband, okay, let's talk about the bonnets. Yeah, we say, oh, that's so crazy. Why are people doing that? Why are they doing that? But I've seen more women walk with a man with this bonnet on. Why he hadn't say, no, you're not going nowhere with me with that on. But if he allows her to walk out the house or ride in the car with him with that on, then it's somewhat acceptable by him. So it's okay.
True.
So now,